Prakaraṇam. This is the third chapter. So total we have 7 chapters. So we did 2. The first one was Sangya Prakaraṇam and Sangya Sandhi Prakaraṇam basically. Then basically this is chapter 2 because third one is Akhyata. So Sangya and Sandhi, they're one. So second is Viṣṇu-pada Prakaraṇam, which is dealing with the nouns and the forms made up from the nouns. Ya ekah sarva rūpāṇāṃ sarva nāmnāṃ tathāśrayah tasya Viṣṇuh padam sarvam Viṣṇu bhaktya nirupyate. So this is Mangalacharan verse of this chapter, and it has twofold meanings, which is also known as Shlesharth, in Sanskrit. Shlesharth means anything which has another meaning in it is known as Shlesharth, Shlesh, earth. So the normal spiritual meaning of this verse is Sarva Rūpāṇāṃ Sarva Nāmnāṃ Sarva Rūpāṇāṃ Sarva Nāmnāṃ Tatha or Tatha Sarva Nāmnāṃ Ya Ekah Ashrayah, who is the only shelter of all the forms, visible forms in the world, and of all the names. Tasya Viṣṇuh padam sarvam Viṣṇu bhaktya nirupyate. So the lotus feet of such Lord Vishnu is achieved by, or is established by, is achieved by, is more good, by Vishnu Bhakti, by Bhakti to him. Lord Vishnu is the shelter, only shelter for all forms and names. All of his abodes, Vishnu Padas, so abodes or his lotus feet, are perceived through devotional service. Grammatical meaning is that Lord Vishnu is the shelter of all the inflected words, rupas and word bases. So word basis means the root, the nominal roots. Nominal roots means when we apply pratyayas to such nominal roots, then we get the final forms. So the final forms are known as inflected words. After applying the pratyaya to word basis, we get inflected words. So Lord is the shelter of all the rupas, the namas, and every inflected word, pada, refers to him. Every word refers to him. That's why it is said that all the names in this world, everything, every address, every word is basically Krishna's, indicating to Krishna directly or indirectly. And we are sort of borrowing the names from him. So every inflected word refers to him and is achieved through the application of Nāma Prakaraṇam. We know the vibhaktis, they say it as vibhaktis. In English it is suffixes. So Jiva Goswami name it as Viṣṇu Bhakti. So when we apply Viṣṇu Bhakti to the nominal roots, we combine them, then we get the final form, which is known as Viṣṇu Pada. So that will be coming up, what is Viṣṇu Pada. So we apply Viṣṇu Bhaktis, which is also pratyaya, to prakriti. Prakriti means the nominal root. So then we get the final form, which is known as Viṣṇu Bhakti. Viṣṇu Pada. So yeah. Atha Nāma Jani Viṣṇu Padani. Viṣṇu Padas can be made up from the nominal roots, can also be made up from the verbal roots, which is the next chapter. So in this chapter, Atha Nāma Jani, this is Nāma Ja, and 1.3 is Nāma Jani, plural. So the Viṣṇu Padas, the final inflected forms, which are made up from the nominal roots, from the nouns, they are known as Nāma Jani Vishnu Padani. What is Nāma? Adhātu-viṣṇu-bhaktikam arthavan Nāma. This is like a negative, no, not a negative, paroksh definition of Nama. How do you say paroksha in English?
Indirect.
Mysterious. Yeah, indirect. Any word that has meaning, except for the dhatus and the Vishnu bhaktis, is called Nama. Adhātu, see, this a means na. Na dhatu, na Vishnu bhaktikam. Parantu arthavan iti nama. So nama means anything which has got meaning. Arthavat. So this is which sutra, Sandhi Sutra? Arthavan nama.
Harivena.
Yeah. So Harivena. Arthavat nama. So any word that possesses meaning, but that is not a dhatu, na dhatu iti a dhatu, and that is not a Vishnu bhakti, na Vishnu bhakti iti a Vishnu bhakti, is a nama. So yes, so we will be studying the dhatus in the next chapter, the Vishnu bhaktis of the dhatu also in the next chapter, but the Vishnu bhaktis of this chapter we'll be studying just right now. So yes, and this is all just elaboration. Bhusanantadhyah dhatavah. Dhatus are bhusanantadhyah. There are 10 main ganis. How do you say ganis in English? Sets of dhatus or divisions of dhatus. Bhvadyadadi, dhotyadi, divadi, swadire, cha. Tudadishcha, rudhadishcha, tanakradi, churadayah. So, bhuvadi, bhuvadi, adadi, juhvadi, divadi, swadi, then tudadi, rudhadi, tanadi, kriyadi, churadi. So these are the 10 bhuvadis, bhuvadi-gana. And then we have 10 more. Sankan, kyangangscha, kaungyascha, ityadi. Those are 10 upa dhatus. Not dhatus, but they are like the pratyayas, and they are applied after dhatus and we get forms. So those are dhatus. Swadi tivadaya Vishnu bhaktaya. So Vishnu bhaktis are swadis, which we'll be studying right now. Su, auja, samoshas, ityadi. Tibadi is tipta, santi, siddhasta, mitpasmas, ityadi, which will be in the next chapter. So all of them together, they are known as Vishnu bhaktis. And the Prachin Vyakaranakars, they say it as vibhaktayah or vibhaktis. So tan dhatun ta Vishnu bhaktishcha varjayitva yadartha yuktam shabda rupam tan nama sanyam syat. So this is the same meaning which we studied in the sutra. So varjayitva, excluding those dhatus and the Vishnu bhaktis, anything, any shabda rupa which is enjoined with a meaning, which has got a meaning, is known as nama. Nama. Lingam ityeke pratipadikam ityane. Some also say nama to be lingam, and some they say it as pratipadikam. I have heard this word pratipadikam quite a lot. Pratipadikam. So this is like a so what now the word arthavat, the arthavat, that it has got some meaning. So what could be those meanings are these? Te chartha dravya guna jati kriya. The arthas are four. Four meanings could be there in a noun. It can be a dravya, or it can indicate dravya, it can be or indicate guna, jati, or kriya. 4 things: dravya, guna, jati, kriya. Tad yuktam tad abhidhayakam shabd rupam iti artha. So tad yuktam means the word possesses these 4 meanings, or either of these 4 meanings. Tad abhidhayakam, or it addresses either of these 4. So that word is known as shabd rupa. So what is dravyam? Dravyam iti parameshwaram arabhya, beginning from Parameshwara, the Supreme Almighty Lord, mrinmaya paryantam sarvam vastu. So this is definition of dravyam. Beginning from Parameshwara till mrinmaya paryantam sarvam vastu. Mrinmaya means anything made up of clay, sand. Mrin is mrit, mritika we say. So this is again Harivenu Vahaya. So beginning from the Lord down to anything made up of sand, soil, or whatever, earth, they all are vastus. So they're known as dravyam. What is guna? Gunas tad ashrayi, and those who take the shelter in vastu, the dravya is ashraya tattva, and the properties of the dravya is known as guna. So the properties are samanadhikarana, which means the guna is inhabited by the dravya. It's the property. So it's ashrayi. Like deha and dehi, we have deha, which could be said as ashraya, and dehi is ashrayi, who is taking the ashraya. So similarly, guna in dravya. Aishparya adi shabda sparshadika dharmaha. What is that? Aishwarya adi shabda sparsha adikaha dharmaha. Qualities like sovereignty and so on and so. Yeah, so guna means like the dravya has got these qualities of sparsha, shabda, aishwarya adi. Yeah. Jatihi samanatvam. Jati means samanatvam, like brahmanatva, gotvadi ityadi, which shows the samanatva, the equality of a particular group of something. For example, when we say brahmanatva, it means a group of people who belong to the same class or same category, which is the brahmana. Gotva means it's a group of a pashu who possesses 4 legs and so on, the properties. So that is the cows. So jati means samanatva, common quality, class, species, is the sameness of quality, such as the brahmana hood, cow hood, we say hood, manhood. Kriya dhatvartha. Dhatu is kriya, like satta, which means existence, ahar, eating, to eat, jnana, knowledge, vihar. Vihar means, it says strolling. Vihar can mean even many things. Vihar. Prabhriti, which means etc. and so on. Arthavat grahanat krishna ityado pratyaksharam namatvam na syat. Gavityayam aheti atracha. It says, due to the use of the word arthavat here, in words like Krishna and so on, every syllable is not a nama. This is also the case in I didn't get it, but I think it's not that necessary also. So main things were, the arthavat includes 4 things, which is dravya, guna, jati, and kriya. So dravya means parameshwaram arabhya mringmaya sarvam vastu iti. Then we have guna. Gunastadashrayi, which takes shelter, the properties of the vastu, the dravya. Then we have dravya. Jati means samanatva, like gotra, dravya guna jati. Kriya means kriya dhatvartah. So sattahar, vihar, prabhriti ityadi. So like that. Clear? Hope so.
Yes, Prabhu.
I didn't. I was thinking not to cover this, but prakrtiḥ pūrvā. Sa cha nama dhatu bheda dvividha. So first thing is prakriti. The first part of a Vishnu pada is a prakriti. Prakriti is of two kinds. One is nama, which means the nominal roots, the nouns, and second is dhatu, which means the verbal roots, the verbs. Then nominal base or verbal base. Pratyayaḥ paraḥ. The second part, which contributes in the final form, is pratyaya. The second part of a Vishnu pada is called pratyaya. Sacha swadhyakhyātakrit tadhita bheda chaturvidha. And pratyayas are of four kinds: swadis, akhyat pratyayas, krit pratyaya, and tadhita pratyaya. So we have prakriti, then we have pratyaya, which results into Vishnu pada. Now prakriti could be nama or dhatu. Now nam or dhatu. And pratyas are of four kinds. So first one is swadi or tibadi or akhyat pratyas. Akhyata pratyas. Then we have the kridanta pratyas, which are also known as krit pratyas, and then tadhita pratyas. So in this chapter, what we'll be dealing with is nama plus the swadis, and then we will be making atha nama jani Vishnu padani. So we'll be making nama ja Vishnu padas. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Something wrong with Ujjwal Pru's video. From here, you seem to be like, having just closed eyes, and it seems that you're sleeping.
Oh, is it
I think
frozen?
something wrong with the internet connection.
Yeah. I was having a little trouble earlier.
So I was are you sleeping or?
I'll shut my...
And only you are visible because everyone has turned off their video. So I was like, am I speaking to myself? Yeah. So, but no worries. Even the walls are here. They can also learn grammar. So nama and swadis. So nama ja Vishnu padas. Just joking. Okay. So this is clear, this part?
Yes, Prabhu.
I can give some example for this one. Okay. Okay, for nama, examples are like the word Krishna. this is nominal base. We apply pratyas and it takes a form, final form. Dhatus are like bhu, from which becomes bhavati, bhavatah, ityadi. Pratyas swadis are like pratyas we will not tell, they will just come on their way. So like that. So have you memorized this sutra? This is very important. Tatra namna samoja samoshastabhyam visnebhyam vyasnasibhyam vyasnasos amniyasup. How many of you didn't memorize this sutra? Or who has memorized?
I've not yet memorized it, Prabhu, but I'll do it this week or tomorrow even.
I went through it, Prabhuji, so I tried to memorize it today.
I did, Prabhu.
Because you did, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Because the whole chapter is based upon these 21 vibhaktis. So this is the first set of Vishnu bhaktis, swadis, beginning from Su. So Su Adi. So Su Adi Udvam Vaha becomes Swadi, like that, Swadis. So it begins with Su. That's why we say it as Swadi. So the whole chapter is based upon these vibhaktis, because we'll apply these Vishnu bhaktis to each and every word and will make forms. So this is very important. So if you have not memorized, so I will stop here. Do memorize, and tomorrow we'll start with the first word, which is Krishna or Ramanta. Okay.
Prabhu, sorry, joined a little late. So he calls all pratyayas Vishnu Bhakti or only swadis as Vishnu Bhakti?
All.
I see. But in Paninian grammar, in Paninian grammar, we call only the swadis as vibhakti, right?
I'm sorry?
In Paninian grammar, we
What
call
is that,
only...
Prabhu?
Can you hear me? Haribol.
Actually, I think something wrong with my internet. Just 1 minute, Prabhu. Just 1 minute.
I was also confused about this, but it's cleared up now. But yeah, he seems to have just made it a lot simpler. Mostly what was confusing me is in the Sandhi chapter, we were saying Vishnu Padante everywhere. And I was thinking if a Vishnu Pada means you've applied a Vishnu Bhakti and the Vibhaktis, the Vishnu Bhaktis are the Vibhaktis, then how do these work for verbs? You know, Akyatas. It was really confusing. Like I was wondering how it could be. I see. But now I see he's calling all the pratyayas as Vishnu Bhaktis. Or at least both the Su pratyayas and the Tip pratyayas.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, yes, Prabhu. My question was like, can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. My question was like, he's calling both Swadis and Tibadis as together as Vishnu Bhaktis, whereas in Paninian grammar, we call Swadis as Vibhakti, right? So there seems to be a difference here.
Yeah, it says the Swadis and Tibadis are known as Vishnu Bhaktis. The ancients called them Vibhaktis. Ancients means including Panini and the other grammar systems.
But in Panini, we call only the Swadis as Vibhaktis, right? We don't call
I really don't know what Panini means.
Yeah, I think there's
So
maybe
what do
there's
they
just a
call the
difference.
verbal ones?
They call them well, they just call them pratyayaḥ, and they say the vibhaktis, they don't really, at least in what I studied, the Siddhanta Kaumudi way, they call pratyayaḥ, and then the result of that, they call those the vibhaktis, but they didn't call the pratyayas themselves as vibhaktis. So this is just, it seems a little different than what you normally see in the Paninian way. But I mean, as we're seeing here, that there's many different ways to refer to all of these things by different ancient grammarians. So it seems like, as he's saying, there were a lot of grammarians that just called them all vibhaktis before, and it's just not what we see with the Siddhanta Kaumudi way, which isn't very ancient. Siddhanta Kaumudi came out basically the same time as Harinamamrita Vyakaranam.
Right.
So
Okay, so there's a difference in the modern way. Okay.
Harinamamrita is not modern, but yeah, it's modern too in comparison with other systems of grammar. But I think it's easy to say everything as Vishnu Bhaktis, Vibhaktis, which are synonyms to pratyayas, So
yeah, one thing I'm really appreciating the simplicity and clarity of this, just looking back at the Sandhi chapter that we did. And if you look at the Paninian way to do Sandhi, it's head breaking with all the Adhikar Sutras, and you get the exact same result, and now after doing it, I'm like, because I was looking back to see it, that little primer that talks about Sandhi that I read before, and just, this is so much simpler, and you get the same thing. And yeah, so I'm just appreciating.
So do memorize these 21 pratyayas, vibhaktis or Vishnu bhaktis, whatever you say, or swadhis, and we'll move ahead tomorrow with this. So I will not move ahead unless everyone memorizes these 21 pratyayas, because they are really important. So yeah. Questions in the grammar? Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I think we are supposed to do this one, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So Canto 1, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 16. Shushrushoh Shraddadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchihi Syan Mahat Sevaya Viprah Punya Tirtha Nishrevanat. Hey Viprah, which means Hey Brahmana, Hey Rishayah, Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. Okay, if we break it, what does the word punya mean?
Pious.
Purifying
Tirtha,
or pure.
Nishevanat.
Nishevanat means service or serving.
Yeah, it's like you remove ni and it becomes sevanat, sevan. So punya tirtha nishevanat. So which means guroho sevaya. So tirth, he took it as guroho first of all. So tirth. So for a disciple, his guru is his supreme tirth, topmost tirtha, purifying place. Guroho sevaya, service to guru. Nigama agama yoho, tirtham, rishi jushta jale, gurau iti amaraha. Athava prabhasadi Vishnu tirtha. This is Vishnu. Prabhasadi Vishnu tirtha parikramaya. Now it means Nigama agama yoho tirtham Rishi Jushta Jale Gurau iti Amaraha. Amara means Amar Kosha, I know that. Gurau means in Guru or in the waters which is Tirtham, Rishi Jushta Jale. Rishi Jushta Jale means the water which has been sanctified by the rishis. You know, when the rishis they dip in the rivers, so that river becomes purified. So
Jushta,
and
Jushta
thus
is similar to Jutta, right?
Yukta and Jushta,
Jushta is
or
similar to
say
Jutta.
even say
Sorry, bro, there is a lag between
Juta
you
means.
and me.
Oh, now
Yeah. So Jutta is that you touched something and then it became remnant, right?
Jushta means a sevit. You know, sevit.
Yeah. Jushta.
There is one verse I'm just not remembering right now. This thing is taken. So
I see.
so the waters which have been served by the rishis, you know, the rishis take shelter of such rivers. So such tirthas, I'm not sure about why Nigam and Agama is mentioned.
Probably coming and going of the rishis in the Tirthas.
I think Nigam and Agama, they are mentioned for the scriptures, you know, the Agamas
Yeah,
and the.
I was also thinking in the Vedas and the Agamas.
So I got it. So this is actually 7.2 of Nigama and Agama. So like
Yeah.
Krishna Yoho, Rama Yoho, 7.2. So first of all, Tirtha is taken to be the scriptures by the words Nigama and Agama. This is the first meaning. The second meaning is taken as the rivers which purifies first, or which are purified by the rishis who take shelter of such rivers. That is second meaning of Tirtha, which I understand. And third meaning is Guru, the spiritual masters, either Diksha Guru or Shiksha Gurus. Iti Amaraha. So this is the meaning of Tirtha here. Athva, or even Prabhas Adi Vishnu Tirtha Parikramaya, or even by circumambulating the Vishnu Tirtha, the Tirthas related to Lord Vishnu, like Prabhas and so on, or Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, Badrinath, etc. Yeah. So Mahat Sevaya Cha Sat Purushanam Bhaktanam Sevaya Cha Nishpapasya. So Sat Purushanam Bhaktanam Sevaya, by service to the devotees who are Sat Purush. Sat Purush could be Satah Purusha Tesham. Sat can refer to the Lord because he is Satchidanand. So those who are related to him, Satah Purusha Tesham Bhaktanam Sevaya Cha Nishpapasya. And when they serve, they become Nishpap. So there, Shraddha of the faithful, Sadhu Guru Shastra Vakyeshu. I think something wrong here. Abhinandan Nitai Prabhu, have you opened the Bengali file? Okay, I think it's here. So it's Sudrid. It's wrong here, Prabhu. So Sudridha Vishvasa Yuktasya. So one who has staunch belief or faith, trust in Sadhu, Guru, in the statements of Sadhu, Guru, and Shastra, Shushrushoho Bhagavad Katha Shravana Abhilashinaha. One who desires, who intensely desires to hear the topics of the Lord. So Bhagavat here can be Bhagavat and Bhagavata both. So the Lord plus the devotees. Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi Shri Hari Kathayam Asaktihi Syat Bhavitum Arhati. So for such a person who has gained that abhilasha for Hari Katha Shravana by having a strong belief in Sadhu Guru Shastra, by serving Mahat, the Mahat Sevaya, who has become Nishpapa by Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. So for such a person, the asakti in Hari Kathayam arises, Syat. So this is like the formula, the authentic formula of how the asaktis arise in Hari Katha. Shrinvatam swakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha hridyantasto hyabhadrani vidhunoti suhrit satam. Very famous verse. Punya shravana kirtanaha. Yasya shravanam kirtanam cha api pavanam saha. That, like, there is no doubt that Krishna is purifying. Even hearing about him or chanting about him is also pavana or pavakah, which also purifies. Satam sadhunam suhrit hitakari Bhagwan, and he is the hitakari of the devotees. Hitakari, I think everyone understands. Hitakari. Bhagwan, such a Lord, who Krishna. Swakatha. Now this swakatha is an is object here. This is 2.3 object, karma. Krishna swakatha, swiya nama guna katha, his own katha of name and qualities. Shrinvatam, Shravana Leela Nam, for those who hear the pastimes, those who hear the pastimes. Antahastha Hridi, Hridayastha san Chaitya Guru Rupena iti arthaha. So the Lord Bhagwan is situated inside, in the heart, Hridayastha, in the form of Chaitya Guru, Rupena, Hridi, Hridaye, so he is situated in the heart. Yani Abhadrani, so all the inauspiciousness which are present, situated or stationed in our hearts. And what are those Abhadranis? Rag Adi Vasana Tani, all the desires arising from raga, from attachment, from asakti. So Tani Vidhunoti, Nashayati. So Krishna, he destroys all such Abhadranis while being situated in the form of Chaitya Guru for those who hear, the katha of Shri Krishna. Only then. Because Krishna is obviously situated in the form of Chaitya Guru in everyone's heart, irrespective of anyone performing devotional service or not. But he only does this thing for those who hears. So, like, I think 9 or 10 years before, it was either His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj or His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in ISKCON Vrindavan. So yeah, when I was in Gurukul, so So either of them was giving Bhagavatam lecture in the temple, and the same shloka was being discussed. Very nice point. The Maharaj said that Krishna himself comes as a sweeper, he himself comes as a sweeper and sweeps all the abhadras out of the heart. And being a sweeper is not a great job, materially speaking, but Krishna doesn't have any ego problem with that. He just humbly comes and does the sweeping all by himself, and thus makes the heart free of all the unwanted things, and then he makes that place into his own home, residence, abode, and then he stays there forever. And then we say, Govinda Vishram, Tomara Hridaya Sada Govinda Vishram, like that. Nice point. So yeah, Punya Shravana Kirtana. Yeah.
Prabhuji, this one word here, it was not clear, so I mentioned it. Can you just look it up in Bengali? I couldn't make sense of it. That word, yes.
This one?
Yeah.
Abhinandan Nidhar Prabhu, have you opened the Bengali one?
So there at the top we have.
Oh, okay. I'm really again and again. Srinvata means, yeah, Shravana. Oh, this is Sheela Nam.
Oh, Sheel. Okay.
Like Sheel.
Right, service.
I was thinking that Shravana Leela Nam is not fitting here. So it's Sheela Nam. So those who are, how can we translate this? Those who are accustomed to, whose nature is to hear about the Lord. Like that. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll cover this one, last one today. Nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatyuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtiki. Wow. Nityam sarvakshanam bhagavata sevaya bhakta paricharyaya arthat Srimad Bhagavata Shravanena cha abhadreshu anartheshu nashtaprayeshu bahulyena nashteshu natu jnanam eva samyak nashteshu iti bhaktir nirargala swabhavatvam uktam iti. Wherever Jiva Goswami comments, it's like first reading, it means it will go overhead for sure. So bahulyena nashteshu natu jnanam eva samyak nashteshu iti bhaktir nirargala. What is nirargala? Uttama shloke utkrishta yashasi bhagavati nashtiki bhakti bhavati. So sarvakshanam nityam, every moment, bhagavata sevaya, which means bhakti paricharyaya, by being subservient to a devotee and serving him, which means hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from him. Avhadreshu, all the anarthas, nashtaprayeshu, when they are bahulyena nashteshu. Bahulyena means they are destroyed, not fully, but almost. This is bahulya. It's like in abundance, but not fully, still partially. Na tu jnanam iva samyak nashteshu iti. I'll see this one. Yeah.
Prabhuji, in in Bhakti Sandarbh, Jiva Goswami is giving this explanation. He is telling that in the Gyan Marga, it is compulsory that all the material desires should be fully destroyed. But in Bhakti Marg, even if a trace of material desire remains, still Bhakti appears. So then he says it proves that Bhakti has no obstruction.
Yeah, that makes sense here. I get this sentence in light of that.
But of course, means what you are saying is right, which is also matching the statement here. But you knew this, so I think that's how you could say it
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
isn't it? But I was like, I was trying to figure out from the Sanskrit only, but of course the sense is the same. So yes, so in Jnana Marga, when all the anarthas, abhadras are destroyed, then one makes progress, substantial progress. But in bhakti, even if there are traces of abhadras left in a candidate, and still he practices the bhakti devotion, so the abhadras won't become or act as an impediments. Uh, so gradually and very naturally, all of them will be mm, destroyed or clarified in the performance of bhakti. And that's why it's nirargala, which was unimpeded, uh, unimpeded. That's it, it's unimpeded even by such traces of abhadras left. And then he becomes Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, as per Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
So, Prabhu, why does he say jnanamiva? That iva means
Jnanam Iva here means Jnana Marga Iva.
not like he's saying. I see.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell me if I'm reading this right, Bru. So, bahulyena nashteshu, destroyed mostly, but not completely, is the implication. Natu jnanam iva samyak, but not completely like jnana, like the jnana marg nashteshu. Natu jnanam iva samyak nashteshu iti. Bhakter nirargala swabhavatvam uktva iti.
Uktam.
Sri Jiva Pada Uktam, sorry, not Uktva. So Sri Jiva Pada is saying, he's stating Uktam, or he has stated the Nirargala Swabhava, the free nature of Bhakti, Bhaktehi, by this statement.
But you are saying not like jnana, it will be completely destroyed?
No, not because in Jnana it's required that it's completely destroyed before you start Jnana Marg.
See,
You have to do karma until you destroy it, and then you can start Jnana.
Yeah, if we study the whole shloka, what happens is when the abhadras are destroyed, then nashtiki bhakti, the determination in that particular process arises. And this thing is applied in all of the systems. So in Jnana Marga, the nishtha, the determination in their process is in their marga is established when all the abhadras, all the anarthas, they are fully eradicated or destroyed by their own process of whatever process they believe in. But in bhakti, a candidate, a devotee, a sadhaka, he arises determination or nishtha in his heart, even if all the anarthas are not fully and completely eradicated. And this is very, very elaborately explained in Madhurya Kadambini. That atyantika, until we reach the atyantika stara, which is the bhava or prema stara, I think. Which stara is that? Bhava or prema? If anyone remembers. Anyhow,
Well, there's
so
still
if you
some.
study
There's still
Madhurya
some possibility for aparad and bhava, so it must be atyantika, must be prema.
Prema.
Completely destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very clearly and elaborately explained. This verse for in detail that even till the stage of bhava, which is the last second stage in the nine, that stage, that even up to that stage, there are traces of anarthas, of course in a subtle manner, not in gross manner, and which may lead us to fall down. And the famous example is Bṛhad Maharaj. Yeah. So in prema stage, we are fully, completely, devoid of anarthas. But still, we perform bhakti, we become devoid of the anarthas. The point is that we need not do anything except for bhakti to get rid of all these anarthas. It's bhakti that leads to bhakti. So that's why savai pumsam paro dharmo. That the param dharma is that which leads to ahetuki and apratihata bhakti. So that param dharma, as explained by all the acharyas, is not gyan marg, is not karma marg, is not anything. Is bhakti marg only. So we practice bhakti, and bhakti leads to bhakti, but the intensity increases. The depth increases. So that's the point. Is in other margas, like gyan margas, they perform their things, but when all the anarthas are removed, then actually they perform or they meditate on the Brahman, the Jyoti, and all those things. But for us, it's bhakti, bhakti, and bhakti. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya ityadi. So that's what my understanding is about this.
Yes, Prabhuji. I think it's clear now.
So this is very nicely explained in Savai Pungsang Paro Dharmo. That Parama Dharma leads to Ahetuki Bhakti, and that is Sadhana Bhakti leads to Raga Bhakti. There. So the same thing. Yeah. So Jivapada, Uttama Shloke Bhagavati. So unto Shri Krishna, who is Uttama Shloka means Utkrishta Yashasi, whose Yasha, whose fame is of superior nature, most superior nature. So in him, the Naishtiki Bhakti arises or develops. What is Naishtiki? Vikshep abhavat nishala. So even this Vikshep is explained in Madhurya Kadambini, the 5 obstacles which do not allow a candidate to go from anartha nivritti to nishtha. So if anyone has read that, so first one is Laya in that Madhurya Kadambini. Laya means to sleep.
Laya, Vikshepa, Jadya, Audasinya, Kashaya.
So Kashaya. So second is Vikshepa. Vikshepa means disturbances, distractions in the performance of our sadhana, seva. So when we don't have any vikshepa left out in our sadhana, in our consciousness, it's like all the times we are in the meditation of the Lord. So it's nishtala, it's nishtala, naishtiki bhakti, like that. So yeah, anything else to be said by anyone?
Ruzi, like just one small question. Anarthas get destroyed when we cross the anartha nivritti stage, and when we enter nishtha itself, anarthas get destroyed, right? But offenses is what remains until we undergo transition from bhava to prema. Anarthas won't be still there from bhava to prema level, right? Anarthas get destroyed before itself, right? I just want, because you said that anarthas remain from bhava to prema, you were saying that. That's why I just wanted to. Yeah.
There is exact calculation, means Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Madhurya Kadambini, he has classified, the types of aparadhas or types of anarthas, like, so Dushkriti Uth Anartha, Sukriti Uth Anartha, Aparadotha Anartha, and Bhakti Uth Anartha even.
Yeah.
So anarthas, they arise from 4 places. So from Dushkriti, it's natural. Even from Sukriti, there is anartha. Even from the performance of Bhakti, there is anartha. And from aparadhas, there is anartha. So now, from bhakti even there are anartha, and the anarthas are labh, puja, ityadi. So there in Madhurya Kadamini in detail, you can study that that at what particular stage, which of the anarthas, either of these four, they are eradicated till, and in what, I'll say, in what matra, how do you say matra, in what quantity? You know, it's not that you reach nishtha and then all the anarthas are gone except for the aparadha anartha. No, even many others, they still remain, but in nyuna qualities, less or more. So it's fully calculated thing there. But in bhava, there is atyantik laya. So there is also laya, atyantik laya, even there in Madhurya Kadamini, I'm remembering. So slight disappearance, then little more disappearance, 4 stages, and then the fourth one is atyantik laya, the full dissolution, full eradication of particular anartha. That is only on prema stara, fully, of all the 4 anarthas. So like that, even I'll have to study that properly, but this is something I can remember for the timing.
Thank you.
So here he says for the Nishta Bhakti, you have to do Sarvakshanam all the time. It's a very...
Every moment.
Yeah.
Actually, I appreciate Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur because anytime he sees Nityam, he takes the most liberal way of translating it, and he says it means daily. So in Bhagavad Gita, we see this Nityam. Also here, he says it means doing this at least once a day. He takes Nityam as daily. So it's a little more my speed.
Sarvakshanam is more heavy. It's like at every moment. I think Shanam in English, the equivalent would be each second or even
moments smaller than a second,
yeah.
like moment.
So I think it's somewhat nearby Nimish. Nimish means the time taken for the lid to close and open.
Mm-hmm.
So that is Nimish. So I don't know, Shanam is even lesser than that or more than that.
Oh, Nimesh is not a minute, is it?
No, Nimish is
an eye blink.
Eye blink.
I see.
The time taken. Yeah. Like that. And we have lava, we say lava matra. So lava is also a unit. So in Amar Kosha, it's given if you have studied. Lava, Nimish, Kshana, and what else? Muhurta. Muhurta is 48 minutes. And like that. Ghatika. Yeah. So any last thing by anyone? I hope Lokarama Prabhu and Pranhari Prabhu, they have started working on the Sridhari commentary.
Yeah, we were looking at it together over the weekend, and we'll keep working at it. So we'll have the portion that we've covered. We'll have that for Saturday.
Yeah, means so when we have each class, so before each class, it would be good if we can complete the translations of the last class.
Yeah. So we'll keep up with the pace, but it's all right if we don't work ahead of what we've already covered. Is that all right? That way I have like our discussion to help go through the commentary. What I mean is we'll go back over what we've done from last Saturday, and so that we're keeping up with the pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Nashte ki bhakti ki jai.
Jai.